Happy Bitcoin halving day. As we speak, the current block reward in the Bitcoin network is 3.125 BTC per block. Now, it's important to reiterate that it is the issuance of BTC that is being halved, not the supply of BTC. Regardless, with increasing or constant demand, the price is bound to go up. In the past, halving events like these have led to some significant price increases. In 2012, after the halving to the all-time high, BTC increased by 98x. So if you invested $1,000 on the day of the halving and held to its all-time high, you'd have $98,000. After the 2016 halving, BTC increased by 42x from its halving date to its next all-time high in 2017. In the 2020 halving to the all-time high in 2021, Mr. BTC increased by 8x. So basically, if you invested $1,000 on the day of the halving in this case, you'd be making $8,000 the next year. Now, if you factor in some math here, you will see that Mr. BTC could possibly increase by about 148%, which is like 2.48x from this halving to its next all-time high. This is just substituting from the progression that we have from BTC's previous halvings. It is not to say that it must do like so, but rather it just helps to give us an idea of what we could expect from this halving to its next all-time high. Now, here is the interesting part. As we can see from here, it took Bitcoin about 364 days, and I say about because I am measuring this from the weekly time frame, so the error margin there can be 2 to 3 days. So it took about 364 days right here for BTC to top out from its halving in 2012 before the bear market. 364 days. After the 2016 halving, it took about 525 days for BTC to top out before the bear market. After the 2020 halving, it took about 546 days for BTC to completely top out before the bear market. The data from 2012 is not really dependable because BTC was a small cap back then, and so if we are to have anything similar to the data here in 2016 to its all-time high, and here in 2020 to its all-time high, that would put us somewhere around October of next year for BTC's final all-time high. If we extrapolate the data from its price increases in its previous halvings to its bull market highs, that would mean that BTC more than doubles from here. And what I find particularly interesting about this is that doubling from here will be putting BTC in the Fibonacci band between the 2.618 right here and the 3 Fib, which is somewhere around 145 to 164. 4.618 to 4.7 is putting us somewhere around 244 to 251. So it's not to say that these things will happen, but it's just interesting confluence that we find on its charts. It's also important to mention that there are still drops after halvings. So don't just think that because you see it go up like so and like so, there are no drops. No, this small drop that you see right here, yeah, that's a 31% drop post halving. Even here, you can see that we dropped by 33%. Here, 38%, and here 40% drop in the bull market. So you only see it go straight up like so because you are looking at it from the macro perspective. In every of those drops, people thought that it's done. In every of these drops, yeah, imagine sitting through a 40% drop, investing $1,000, and in the next 2 weeks you have $600. Imagine that. So it's not a battle or say a game that everybody can play. So the fact that we can be expecting an overall price increase does not mean that there will be no drop. There will be drops. Anyway, that's basically it for the halving, folks. My mission is to mint multiple 7 figures, not just for myself, but for my community as well in this cycle. And to get those crazy gains, one will have to dive in deep in some risky waters. So have your notifications on, because if I do find some project that is promising, I will let you know here. Also, make sure to search up Understanding Crypto on Telegram and be part of the channel. Until the next one, folks, stay safe.